Buenos dias. That is the amount of Spanish that I will torture you with right now. I would like to thank Media Party for inviting me here. I would like to thank the Argentinian government for making my dollar much stronger. It's very helpful. What you see before you with the Newspack logo kind of underscores one thing that's going on right now. This logo was approved by our legal department only last week. We are very much still building this platform. So bear with me, as a lot of questions will result in the answer probably, but we don't know yet for sure. All right, so which WordPress are we? There is the WordPress that you're familiar with as the open source software itself. There's WordPress.org. That's a foundation that handles the maintenance and the upkeep of the main software. And then there's WordPress.com, which is where I work. This is a platform. It's owned by Automatic. It also owns Longreads, Atavist Magazine. Just 2 weeks ago, bought Tumblr. And of course, Newspack is in there. So what are we trying to address in creating Newspack? Well, it's not everything for all WordPress users. We're specifically targeting news publishers. Mostly this general fear that publishers tend to have of anything that has to do with the coding. The fear, a lot of it is the inadequate technical skills for those with journalism backgrounds. I ran a news site in New Orleans called The Lens for 8 years, and if people knew what little I knew about running a website, they probably would have taken my website away from me. So Newspack is made for people like me. You have a problem with legacy solutions, unsupported plugins. Something looks good, you install it, and 6 months later it stops working and there's no way around it. Then you get to the hacky workarounds that will ideally solve that problem. You've got maintenance nightmares, and everyone says, I have a custom WordPress install. Nobody just says, I have plain old WordPress. Everyone has custom because it's just a little bit to make it custom. But as soon as you have a developer really customize it, that creates a problem and a reliance on those developers. And also, most themes are templates that lock you into a rigid background. Part of the confusion with journalists and web developers and data developers come from not knowing what they do. And I found this incredibly useful chart that will show how everybody sees each other. This is a little bit older, it's from 2011, but you can see that I was a former print reporter, so that's me down in the corner. How a print reporter sees a print reporter is the Justice League. But not everybody feels this way. There's certainly been more of a convergence of the web journalist, the data journalist, and print reporters are almost a thing of the past. So the main thing we want to do is provide a sustainable foundation for journalism. And we determined that by getting together our team of 8 people in a very small place in Brooklyn, New York. And you can tell that this is a planning session by all the Post-it notes, because you can't plan anything without Post-it notes. Some of the things that we came up with at the end that helped us focus this, you can see, might be hard to read, at the very top it says Foundation for Sustainable Journalism, revenue focused. We want to make sure that publishers have a way to raise the money that they need to continue their fine work. Some of the other things were a little bit esoteric. You can see one in the middle there, it says freedom. I'm not sure Newspack will provide freedom in the grand sense. Newspack for newsrooms. It is a new product to meet the needs of small and medium-sized publishers. This is not meant for probably the one-person blogger doing their own niche product. This is being developed by Automatic, which is a for-profit company, but they've been given a grant from the Google News Initiative, Lenfest Institute, the Knight Foundation, and Civil for $1.2 million total to put this together. We're partnering with the News Revenue Hub. That's an organization that helps raise money. Spirited Media, another news outlet. We started in April with just 11 publications, two of them are advising us. And the first sites will launch in late September, and they're just now getting their staging sites. We're also in the process of choosing 50 more newsrooms for the second stage of this. The application period closed for that last week, but if you're really interested and you have a great website, find me and we've not selected all 50 of them yet. We go through this rather quickly to get to probably the part that you really want to see, the Newspack in action. But one thing we want to do is bring together a set of tools, and we're going to express an opinion. This is opinionated software, kind of like Clippy. Remember this guy from Wordpress, from Microsoft Word, how he would knock on the window and say, "Is that really what you want to do?" We'll have a sense of that involved with what we do. We want to have our customers, our clients, see us as a partner to build up the newest things that they want to build up or to help them find it. One key part is we want your website to just work. We don't want to have anybody have to come in and help you figure out what's going on. My fear as a publisher was always adding something and then having to pay a developer thousands of dollars to come in and fix what I thought I fixed. And we're taking recommendations from a variety of sources. Newspack will always be evolving. It's an iterative product. Sometimes that's keyword for, or a code word for, we didn't get it right the first time. But I think with a lot of this software, we're going to get it very close the first time, but we'll continue to adapt to the needs of our clients. All right, this is a video. It has no sound, so I'll do my best to moderate it. This is our developer who's building a homepage using Newspack. It lasts about 4 minutes. So this is the back end. She's chosen to make a 2-column layout, reduce the number of stories that she wants in that main key position. Jumping over here, she's going to make a column with business and technology, but she's going to put the images next to it. So the controls on the right side, you can control how many stories you want to appear in that block, whether you want the images turned on, whether you want the bylines turned on, whether you want the date, or the author's avatar. So working down the page, another 2-column setup. You can choose what side to put the images on. And this is, for other presentations, we sped this video up. This is actually this is real time and with real typos. So environmental coverage setting up much the same. If you're looking to build out the site visually for desktop to make it even, and you see that it came up one short because there wasn't a picture or was a picture, you can just add one more story to that. These are pulling from the categories that the stories are filed in. Everything starts off very big. So for this column, she's building its real estate, and this might be more of a listings. So she got rid of the author. The author doesn't show up on the real estate column as it does with the other ones. Then over here, she's going to build the column of commentary or opinions. So for these, she's going to include the author's picture because you tend to associate commentary and people. So we want to let people know who's talking to them. Now we're building a gallery down page. And now she doesn't like where the gallery was placed at the bottom. So she clicks, and in Gutenberg, you just need to slide up that block. So it goes further up the page. And this is what it looks like on the front end. So this was built in under 5 minutes, clearly by somebody who knew what they were doing, but it's also, even for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. These got cut off. This was a list of our pilot newsrooms, but the most important pilot newsroom we have is a real live publisher from Santiago, Ana Aragada, has joined me here. She is a veteran of...
Hi, Steve.
Hey, how are you? Good.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna talk a little bit about El Soberano and our experience with Newspack. Voy a hablar en español, así que Steve, voy a decir cosas muy malas sobre ti, no. Bueno, El Soberano, para que se pongan en contexto, es un sitio donde solo cubrimos a la sociedad civil, a organizaciones y movimientos sociales. Para nosotros es importante, somos un equipo pequeño y es importante tener una plataforma donde podamos publicar fácilmente y tratar de llevar estos contenidos al más alto estándar. Por eso elegimos trabajar con Newspack y ahora les voy a explicar por qué. Bueno, este es el sitio hoy día del Soberano, que es un blog en Wordpress.com, y hemos estado jugando el fin de semana un par de horas con Newspack. Todavía no está todo automatizado, así que hay varias cosas bastante manuales, pero así les podemos dar feedback a los desarrolladores para armar los bloques y donde queremos que estén y probar diferentes estilos, porque hay varios estilos para elegir. ¿Por qué El Soberano decidió trabajar con Newspack? Bueno, llevo 17 años en la industria de los medios digitales y he visto varias cosas que tienen que ver con las dificultades que enfrentamos con los CMS. Una es que muchas veces uno trabaja con desarrollos propios que solamente el autor de ese CMS conoce. Se va el programador que desarrolló la plataforma donde estabas publicando y quedaste atrapado en eso. Otra cosa que hemos visto mucho son las facturas por horas de mantención que muchas veces cobran las empresas de desarrollo con las que uno trabaja y donde tiene su CMS. Y hoy somos una empresa pequeña y no tenemos presupuesto para estar pagando horas de mantención porque quisimos hacer un cambio en nuestro sitio. También hemos visto amigos que tienen sus medios digitales que han sido secuestrados por el programador amigo que les armó el sitio y cuando quieren cambiar de plataforma no les entrega sus contenidos y no queríamos exponernos a eso. Y muchas veces también hemos visto que uno pasa meses como pimponeando un diseño, llega algo que quiere y cuando llega la hora de implementarlo no es realmente lo que uno quería. Y también pasa en muchos medios digitales que a veces quiere hacer un cambio pequeño, otras veces un cambio más grande y puede tomar mucho tiempo para lograrlo. Y es un proceso más largo de lo que una redacción que se dedica a las noticias necesita. ¿Qué hemos visto hasta ahora trabajando con el equipo de Newspack? Lo más interesante es que tú comienzas eligiendo un estilo. Yo creo que vas a mostrar algunos de los 5 preestilos que hay. Y luego vas jugando para llegar al look and feel que uno quiere, ¿ya? Hay varias opciones, despliegues, y así uno puede ir haciendo prueba y error hasta llegar a lo que uno quiere. Es muy fácil trabajar con bloques de contenido y para llegar al resultado que finalmente quieres con tu marca. Uno va configurando, si quiere, 4 columnas, como vimos en el video, 2 columnas con background, sin background. Y también hay bastante flexibilidad para definir qué muestra cada bloque. Puedes agrupar por categorías, por etiquetas, de manera manual, las últimas noticias, y eso a los periodistas nos permite mucha flexibilidad para decir qué vamos a mostrar en nuestra portada. Y para terminar, cosas que vamos a tener de manera sencilla gracias a Newspack y que también fue vital para que eligiéramos trabajar con esta plataforma, es que tiene herramientas fáciles de implementar para avanzar hacia ser un medio sostenible, que es lo que aspiramos con el soberano. Por ejemplo, es muy fácil tener un newsletter, la herramienta de newsletter bien integrada, es muy fácil abrir un espacio para donaciones de nuestros usuarios, de nuestros lectores, es muy fácil configurar un sistema de suscripción, es muy fácil configurar todo el tema de la publicidad y la promesa de estar integrado con Civil, donde también estamos con el soberano, que es una plataforma de blockchain que permite, por un lado, monetizar tus contenidos y por otro, te da seguridad sobre temas como que no pueda ser censurado, que tu audiencia tenga el poder de decidir si tu contenido es buen periodismo o no es buen periodismo, y eso nos pareció muy atractivo, y Newspack y Civil son socios y por eso nos pareció que era la opción más adecuada. Eso por mi parte, Steve.
Okay. Clicker, thank you. You can stay out here and help.
Okay.
The important thing that we do in Newspack, we want one theme but many looks. We don't want a theme to be a template anymore. So I'll just very quickly, here are 4 pages that we created using Newspack. And we put it on a computer so it looks fancier. This is one of our pilot organizations, very into the very big headlines in a bright color. Here's another one that's created. This is a very plain, simple one that's not modeled after anything. And we've even created one that has no images, just because some people have trouble getting the pictures they need for that. This is what a single post would look like, 2 different styles of what you can do within Newspack. We are very mobile friendly. We are AMP compatible throughout, even for the desktop. So this should be a very fast and responsive page. Newspack, this is the dashboard that you'll see on the inside of Newspack that lets you set up performance, SEO, engagement, analytics. We're going to be working with Google's SiteKit. Will be part of this. And I am running out of time, but I would love to talk to you more at 4:30 today. There's a workshop, and I'll be happy to show you the slides that I skipped over. But please feel free to contact me at any time. Newspack won't be commercially available until March 1st of next year. So we're still in the development phase. Anna's going to tell us what we've gotten wrong with what we gave her last week, and we'll go from there.
Y nosotros vamos a tener un stand en la Media Feria del Soberano, así que si quieren hablar de Newspack, de Civil, de El Soberano, ahí bienvenidos, los estamos esperando también.
Thank you.